1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, I'm with Wright from Mishfit, an exercise company which specialises in postnatal and pregnant women.
Welcome, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, Karen. It's so lovely to be with you today.
So what made you decide to focus on this special niche demographic of postnatal and pregnant women?
I started Mishfit because it's what I wanted when I was mum. I wanted to go back to the gym, I wanted to get my body back, but I had childcare issues. I didn't have family that could look after my children, so I wanted an option that helped me with, accommodated me with my children. I also needed an exercise option that catered to my pelvic floor. I had issues with that postnatally, and when I went back to the gym, they didn't accommodate it at all.
I think in your industry, you're starting to become known as the pelvic floor queen, aren't you? Because a lot of people haven't given much attention to the pelvic floor, and yet it is really something important and really just keeps us women together, doesn't it?
It does. And, when I went back exercising after having my children, I didn't necessarily have any pelvic floor dysfunction, and it was exercising incorrectly postnatally that caused me to leak. So I, like most women, feel just so embarrassed about it. I never addressed the issue, and then I decided to become a personal trainer. But secretly, I was kind of hoping that I would find out more information in my training, but there was nothing.
So you did a lot of research yourself.
Well, pelvic floor as a muscle was not even mentioned. So we learn about all the muscles, origins and insertions and what they do, and it wasn't there. And it wasn't till actually I was on the verge of prolapse when I decided to do something about it.
So weak pelvic floor muscles don't just affect postnatal and pregnant women, it affects all women, doesn't it? Tell us about the statistics.
They're pretty shocking. So the statistics are, and these were put out by the Continence Foundation of Australia, is that a third of all postnatal women have some form of pelvic floor dysfunction, so leak a little wee. But it's not just for postnatal women. The statistics are that 49% of women aged 50 years and under have some kind of pelvic floor dysfunction. So it's not even your old woman. It's your, it's a big part of it. It's about 4.8 million women in Australia alone.
So when a woman joins Mishfit, what can we expect in the program?
At Mishfit, we focus on really training the body with the pelvic floor. So all exercises are pelvic floor friendly and taught in a way in which the body can incorporate this muscle with the exercise. So at Mishfit, we offer a group class environment that is really catering for pregnant postnatal women where they can bring their children. But this is a problem for all women, or an issue that we all need to be aware of. We do have personal training for women to cater to their pelvic floor and educate them about it.
As you said, 49%, whether they're mothers or not.
That's right. I've also even produced a CD for women to listen to help them with both an active setting as well as a meditation setting to practice their pelvic floor exercises.
Terrific. You've been busy.
Very busy.
So you're expanding this marvellous company of yours. There are Mishfit franchises now available. Tell us about how we can become a franchise operator.
I certainly have lots of women say they love my business, they love it so much, they want to start one just like it. But if they set up, we're going to be competition, but if we're a franchise, we're going to be a team.
And you can share each other's knowledge and experiences and grow together.
Absolutely. And because everyone in a team brings their own skills. So
That's right.
I know my skills are here in this little part. I can't wait to have more women on board with their skills and sharing their skills and really making this much more accessible and available to more women. And also when we have a full-time job and a family commitment, it's then really hard to exercise.
Yes, that's right.
It's that is often the thing that gets missed out. So I love being able to stay fit and my job is active. And
perfect.
I love that, yeah.
Killing two birds with one stone.
That's right. And also, like you said before about changing people's lives, there is nothing more fulfilling in a job when you see that you really make a positive impact on someone else's life. Mishfit really answers a need for women in our community, and I want a way in which more women can access these services. Basically, there's just me. I'm only ever going to touch so many lives and in a really small geographical radius. So, and with my background in education and curriculum writing, I just ordered everything I did and made it into a very
manual.
Yes, a manual in a very ordered way in which you can, which is missing in the fitness industry at the moment in this niche market, and enabling other women to also have their own businesses that work around their own family.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Michelle. You've really inspired me to start working, actually I'm doing it right now, on my pelvic floor muscles. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. We all know that a strong pelvic floor stops incontinence and leaking a little bit of wee. But did you also know that a strong pelvic floor means that you have a flatter tummy? It also helps support your lower back, and it can also improve your orgasms. How great's that? I'm going to give you my top 3 tips. Tip number 1, when you go to the gym or have a personal trainer and they mention core, I want you to think floor, lifting up before you pulling in. Tip number 2, you need to practice those short snappy holds for coughs and sneezes, as well as long holds for endurance. And tip number 3, don't forget to include your pelvic floor when you're doing lifting. That means the kids, the washing, and even at the gym. I hope you've enjoyed these tips. Please visit my website for more information about pelvic floor and how you can make yours stronger.